An empowerment session on law and order is expected to form part of activities in Wesley tonight as the Radical Jump for Peace continues. Chairperson of the Wesley Tourism Improvement Committee, Athenia Benjamin, says HIV and AIDS, tourism, and the proposed tourism site for Woodford Hill will also be discussed.
Friday, what we hope to have is the empowerment session where we will have persons talking about law and order, and we'll have persons highlighting what individuals in the community need to do when they are getting into the tourism field. We will have persons from Discover Dominique Authority, Miss Lolita Raful. She'll be making a presentation in regards to marketing and packaging. We will have Reggie Savrin from the Crumpton Point Tourism Association highlighting and just informing individuals of what the process and the progress is on the proposed tourism site in Woodford Hill. We will have Dr. Clement George again speaking on his expertise more or less in HIV and AIDS prevention, and we will have Mr. Gildon Richards, the one who will be addressing us in law and order.
That's Chairperson of the Wesley Tourism Improvement Committee, Athenia Benjamin. Activities are currently on the way. The Dominica Labour Party has endorsed Dayton Baptiste to contest the by-election in Margot on July 9th. Charles Savre made the confirmation on kairiFM program this week. Meantime, Baptiste says he's confident that he will be victorious at the polls when the time arises.
Well, I honestly feel good and great. I wanted that opportunity again. I believe at this time that the people has been clear that that the United Workers' Party representative has shown apparently hasn't given them no representation at all, and it is clear that that he's not representing them. So I believe that at this time we have a great opportunity for us to move on. Well, my chances in the by-election is great. It's just a matter for the people now to decide. I believe that the people have fed up with what they have been seeing and what is happening in Margaret, especially on a whole, where they are not being represented, any sort of representation for them at all on the UWP side, and no development at all for us in Margaret on that behalf. So I believe that our chances here now are great, and I'm glad for the opportunity that has become a focus point where all attention will be on Margaret at this time. And I'm really glad for that opportunity for us to really pay attention to Margaret and let us move on. It's the people now to rally around and put the focus on Margaret and seek for some sort of development for us and representation and let us move on.
Mr. Baptiste says a meeting with the executive of the party tomorrow will determine the way forward for the constituency.
Well, I feel much happy at this time that everybody have understand and realize that we need to go forward. We need to cooperate. I'm glad that we have come together with one unity to move on, and I am ready and willing and waiting for the by-election. On tomorrow, Saturday, we'll be having a meeting with the executive, and from that meeting we will have further plans as to how do we move forward from there. But I'm very much happy that the people has endorsed me, and as I say, I'm always willing and ready to work with everybody who wants to see us move on in Margaret and in Dominica on a whole.
And that's Labour Party hopeful for the July 9th by-elections in Margot, Dayton Baptiste. Community Development Minister Gloria Shillingford is commending the efforts of the Wesley community in its attempt to promote peace on the island. Shillingford, who is also the MP for Wesley, was addressing the official opening of the Wesley Peace Forum last night. She says the fact remains that peace is severely lacking in today's world.
I am pleased that my constituents have recognized the need for peace in our community, and in fact the nation and even the world. Whether we look at it from the community or global perspective, the fact remains that peace is lacking among us. We will all agree that the situation needs to be addressed. It is necessary then to begin somewhere, and what better place than in our own community. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Members of the Wesley Tourism Improvement Committee, I applaud you for organizing this event.
Shillingford says a society divided amongst itself cannot move forward.
Peace is the mother of progress. A society which is founded on hatred and envy, and which is divided against itself, can never move forward. Without peace, a nation cannot make any progress. So peace is ever so desirable. It is a fact that the modern world has lost the true meaning of peace. And when I say peace, I do not refer only to the absence of war, but to the loss of virtue such as love, compassion, cooperation, all of which contribute to peace in society.
That's Parliamentary Representative for the Wesley constituency, Gloria Shillingford. Meantime, the Wesley Tourism Committee has also come in for high praises from the Discover Dominica Authority. Aaron Dirampel from the DDA told the gathering that stewardship by the community is imperative for any tourism product to thrive.
Stewardship by the community is an absolute necessary to become successful and to continue to flourish. This has already been demonstrated by the Wesley Tourism Improvement Committee when the committee visited the Discover Dominica Authority. This visit allowed the Tourism Authority to meet and understand the mission of the group in the tourism industry, while the role of the authority was also explained to the committee. Discover Dominica Authority was particularly pleased, and I must say that, to note the committee was presenting to the authority that it presented ideas that were already in action. DDA encouraged the community to keep championing these efforts and to do much more. In the tourism industry, everyone has to continually improve their product in order to attract visitors, increase the visitor spending, and encourage them to stay longer on a beautiful island of Dominica. There must be creative ways to give your guests a Dominican experience that represents exceptional quality. Good qualities experiences are not just reliant on good customer service in terms of etiquette, but also in the knowledge shared with them and how the experiences was conducted.
That's representative of the Discover Dominica Authority, Aaron Dirampel. A local primary school continues to benefit from an overseas foundation. The Massac Primary School today received $10,000 EC from the Rainbow Foundation, spearheaded by Matthew St. Rose, a past student of the school. St. Rose, who resides in Germany, makes a yearly contribution to the school. Representative of the Rainbow Foundation, Hyacinth Ducre, says to date a total of over $50,000 has been presented to this school.
Spearheading the foundation efforts is Matthew St. Rose, a Dominican from the village of Massac, residing in Belgium with his lovely wife, Lillian. Together with friends, they mobilized their neighborhood, their county, and indeed the local government office in their district in contributing to their selfless effort to collecting funds to donate on an annual basis to the Massac school. They engage into various fundraising efforts throughout the year, hosting tea parties, dinners, barbecues, door-to-door visits, to name a few. The foundation's last two contributions amounted to Euro 3,213.51. These amounts have been earmarked for use in the construction of a front wall for the school